Coach, I've learned that the 2010 season is going to be your 20th year here as head coach of the Pretzels. Could you tell me a little bit about where you're from and when you came to New Berlin and got involved in the football program?
Yeah, it was 1989. This is my one and only job. I interviewed up here and actually was hired as sixth grade basketball coach in 1989. And then a few things happened where they let go of coach, and I became JV coach in '89. So I have 2 years as an assistant, and then under Dave Jacobs. And when Coach Jacobs left to go over to Chatham-Glenwood, I was fortunate enough to be recommended for the job, and I've been here ever since. I'm actually from the St. Louis area, graduate of DuPo, Illinois High School. So I'm not too far away, a couple hours north of my hometown.
I know that there's been some interest in publishing a Pretzel football record book for quite a while, and I see that you finally were able to take that project on and get it released. When did you start the book, and tell us a little bit about how you were able to get the information together?
Well, this is volume 2, or the second edition. I printed one, and after the 2000 season was the first record book. And I think I started my research in 1994. It took me like 5 or 6 years to get everything together. I worked really hard on that first edition. The second edition, I added some things onto it in between 2000 and last summer when we printed this one. But it got to be, let me put it this way, I tip my hat to authors and historians who have to do research, because there's a lot more to it than what meets the eye. I'm pretty proud of it, and I think a lot of the kids enjoy it.
I've got a preview copy here, and I've been taking a look through it, and I've enjoyed seeing the names and reading about some of the Pretzel history. I'm sure there's folks that are out there that are going to be interested in maybe getting a copy of this record book. How do they do that?
If anybody's interested, just give me a call. We still have several copies left, and if we run out, Coach Huffman will see to it that we get more printed out. That's for sure. You know, it's as a history teacher, I really feel the history of a program such as ours is very important. So I want as many youngsters, especially, but adults as well, to, understand what the Pretzel football history is all about.
Have some goals to shoot for and some things to improve on.
That's right.
You mentioned Jim Huffman, and I noticed one of the interesting things I saw in the record book was that Huffy's been on your staff as an assistant coach for 19 of your 20 years. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to work with Huffy.
And we've definitely, been together through the best moments in Pretzel history, and we've gone through some rough moments as well. But no head coach could have a more loyal and honest and just a hard-working top assistant like I have in Jimmy Huffman. I wouldn't know what to do without him, put it that way.
Huffy's been the president of our junior football league here for the last couple of 3 years, and I know you've been starting to work more and more closely with our Pretzel JFL. Tell us a little bit about what you had planned for this year and some of the things that you've got done over the last few weeks.
Well, first of all, it wasn't that long ago where we didn't have any youth football at all. And, now in just a short period of time, in less than 10 years, we have programs available for any youngster starting in kindergarten. And I'm just so proud of that here, that a small community as New Berlin and Franklin and Waverly, have people that can come together and create a very good organization. And it seems like every year we're starting to get the high school program more and more involved with the JFL. We just recently wrapped up our week-long mini camp in May with the 5th through 8th graders. Mother Nature kind of was a thorn in our side, but the short time we were able to get together was awesome. I thought the kids were great. We'll definitely have the youngsters out on the field again at the home games, slapping fives with the starters before the games. And I know that last week of July, there'll be a day where we do the biggest set of jumping jacks in football history when we all come over and do our calisthenics together. So
That's always a great moment, seeing those kindergartners looking up at the seniors.
it's awesome, yeah.